That's probably why I didn't work out.
Dan be doing some sketchy shit when he walks into my store.
Dan's a sketchy dude.
He coming, he always do some sketchy shit. I'm like, yo, I know you, so I'm not gonna call you out and treat you like some of these other niggas in here, but you doing some sketchy shit.
What does he do?
He always comes in, he's like, I want to return this. He's like, you have your receipt? Nah.
He's like, so
I got it on my account. He's like, so that means you had 2 games, bought one, is trying to return to get double money back. Cool.
Yo, honestly, so tell me when you see boxes of dual over
to buy a game, delete the receipt.
Other things he'll buy a game and then return it 6 days after. The next day he'll come back and rebuy it.
I had a dude who did that with Fallout 4.
He said, I'm not gonna lie, I do that.
No, like I've been doing that since when I didn't have a job. And I was like, damn, my mom gave me money to buy a game.
Yo, I'm just gonna be out with this. Imagine Heihachi from Tekken.
That's what he looks like.
Make him gay and then a vampire. That's what he looks like.
A vampire.
Like, what is it?
So Heihachi.
The Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, when that came out, I think that was like $50. I bought that. I beat it twice in 3 days, and then I returned it to get my money back. Same thing for Kirby's Epic Yarn. Like, I bought that for the Wii at probably like $30, $40. I beat that.
That game is garbage.
Got 110%, and I returned for all my money back.
Well, that's impossible.
I know we got wet.
Because I got all collections.
Played that shit. 3 hours later, beat it. Return that shit
like,
the same
day. If it's within policy, I'm gonna do it.
You are good.
Which is why I was like, dang, these Telltale games, I can get this Batman game beat it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm Hollywood too, nigga.
Let me just say, Telltale games. Telltale games are not video games. They're not.
They're interactive movies.
They're interactive movies.
Nah, they're technically video games.
Yeah. No.
Do you consider a point and click a video game?
If I can push a button and then go pee, make a sandwich, and come back and be
point and click,
push another button and go. No, it's not a video game.
Computer game.
Yes.
Because you can still die on the way. Like, your choices do inhibit what happens in the game.
That's just looks like an interactive book.
If I like
this.
The point when it's interactive
is be honest with me though. Games back then were garbage.
No, okay.
So
hold on.
Wait, you're talking to me or?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Hello Kitty Island Adventures.
Games back then were garbage. Like they could be
computer games, a little bit.
So what? The best thing we can think about is, oh my god, this computer has fucking pinball
games. I'm not saying they're not good. Telltale games.
So like, point and click games were games
they're definitely good. They got good stories. They're not video games.
Until Dawn, the Telltale game is still a video game.
It's not a video game.
My guy, people die in that game, and they can't come back.
People die in real life, they can't come back. It's not a video game.
What did he?
Correlation?
Yeah.
No. Listen. Until Dawn, you can end the game with everyone dead, or with 8 people alive. Well, I guess 7 people alive. Because there's 8 people in the game, you switch in between them throughout the story. And by the end of the game, you can have 7 of them alive, 1 of them is a Wendigo, or
you look that way, you know?
I mean,
it's a Wendigo.
A person who ate someone.
Why can't they just say cannibal?
No, it's not a cannibal.
It's a whole extra. It's a monster that lives in the woods. So pretty much.
The way monsters can go cannibal.
Oh, it's disguised as a human.
So no.
It was human at one
Wendigos
point.
are people. They were people.
The way the story
Magic cannibals.
The way the story explains it is if you eat
whatever, nigga. I'm tired, nigga. I'm tired.
The way they explain
I'm fucking tired,
nigga.
nigga.
Native American lore, if you ever ate another man, you would be cursed.
You'd be called gay. The fuck?
You'd be cursed.
You got another man in you?
You turn into a Wendigo, a wild animal with strength.
Ooh, these just look wild.
Yeah.
Okay, ADD. Just,
they're super skinny.
Oh, I'm sorry. This shit looks pretty cool.
Well, yeah, that is a curse. Like, it makes you like you're not yourself. Like you go feral.
You become possessed in like an animal.
And that's an actual disease.
That's pretty cool. Wait,
what?
If you are a cannibal, you eat human meat. There's a disease that basically makes your mind ravaged like that. The CDC will literally just put you down.
I feel like it's also
like rabies.
Incurable. Yes.
Well,
it dulls the brain.
Nowadays, not if it's under control. If you kill, like, if you
eat, cook and eat him.
No.
If you cook and eat your brother,
technically,
that's just
That's incest.
having sex with him.
You still have him inside you.
If I'm a cannibal and you donate your body to science,
in the beginning of the game,
I can technically eat you and nothing would happen.
Yo, apparently humans taste like fucking veal.
If I was to take a bite out of this man while he's still living,
if you're alive, if they're
Her
alive
sister goes out to go get
and
her,
you consent,
and
like,
then they disappear.
I'm pretty sure if you just take a bite out of someone, you're
a
going to
year
jail.
later,
You take a bite out
If
of
you
crime.
actually kill someone who's alive and then start eating them,
they go back there
to a point where it's just like rabid, where
Turns
you're like
out-
rabid to the point where you're not there anymore.
That due date is not so.
They can't put you
What
down.
happened?
They just can't let you out.
The brother of those two
They can't
girls
kill
was
you
raped
anymore
him,
because you know.
and he basically
Laws.
All humans.
Laws,
Yeah.
but in a sense, the CDC
You want
will
to
lock your ass up
Cracked them so hard and
forever.
reported it all.
Yeah.
It's like that
But,
woman who
like,
has
he looked at
gonorrhea
it-
that's incurable.
It's
CDC
insane.
put her in a box.
Situations, like
It will never let you see the light of
there
day
was a
ever
serial killer
again.
up there, and then he had himself and
Because
someone else.
you really want to
get
put
someone
that out there?
But imagine the Wi-Fi she got
and
that
he
ripped
made
up.
it
Put that bitch in Chernobyl, nigga.
Huh?
Like the
Put that bitch
bomb
back in
like,
Chernobyl, nigga.
You know,
Put that bitch back
pick
in
that
the
stuff, but you know,
There's still people that live there.
I just cut my best friend
Yeah.
out.
They're
There are animals that live. That shit's
They're
hilarious.
gonna enlist her in the army.
Yo,
It's
yo,
gonna-
what that was animals in
Crazy.
harmony, right?
Before, and he was having, taking pills and stuff.
Even
but
mutated
after losing
isn't fine.
both of his sisters, he went crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, turns out his sister, one of them died.
It has human rabies.
So it turns
That's
out
essentially what
the
cannibalism
twins, the twins that
Human
they
rabies.
fell off from out.
It's like mad cow
One of
disease
them
or mad
died,
people.
the other one lived. If they're both
Mad
stuck
people
down there
disease.
for all this time, and one was a dead body, and this other one has no food. Like, she buried her sister, and then she's like, I'm starving. Like, a week later, dug her up, ate her, and then,
I mean-
curse of Wendigo.
I mean, she could have just died.
I mean, that's a waste of meat, though. I mean, why wouldn't you do it?
If you got survived.
She could.
Like a week later though, that's kind of gross.
It was fun,
But imagine, like, worms got, like, protein in them, though.
They get that natural
But
soul.
Chris, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, ate those nuggets.
she was trying to survive, and she ended up surviving after eating her twin sister.
So she.
But so, years because of that, she stayed
So they
alive.
finally became one again?
Yes.
I'm assuming this is not explained. Did she eat that shit raw?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, hold on. Let me double
Or you
check.
can ask some fava beans.
Yes.
If you want
I
to
doubt
ask
she
him
took
about
us- I doubt she
You played
took
until done?
I doubt
Yes.
she took her sister back to the house, chopped her up,
No.
grilled her up.
She
put poison
couldn't.
in
She
her.
was trapped there.
Yeah,
She
that's
shot some
what I'm saying. I doubt
she
she
bit it
could.
raw. Yeah. And then she was writing in her journal like her staying alive, and then all of a sudden you see her going because she's no brain anymore. She's dumb.
She no brain anymore.
She gets smooth brain.
Smooth.
Like look at that. That's like a real fucking thing.
But it's like it's not her fault. Like
Not
like
I mean, you just could have not ate
Yeah, about to
your
say.
if
sister.
you're in that situation, what are you doing? You
Dying.
I'm gonna go
Dying.
look for some fucking other
survive?
food.
I ain't eating my fucking.
I ain't trying to,
But like, did she
I'm just
That's
survive?
my twin brother. I ain't eating my nigga.
So yes.
Yes, but like, does that count though?
Yes. Like,
I
she's
mean,
still
if
alive.
there's a way for me in this world to get some superpowers to a point,
Like she's
damn
still
right I'm gonna do
alive. And like
it. Damn right.
Like yeah, eat your brother, you get some superpowers.
This is why we don't get fucking orange superpowers,
So-
nigga.
actually so
Orange
because
is
this game-
fucking weirdo.
because this game has it so you can make shit
Isn't that the
happen.
same dude that? No, Jackson was the dude that Morris referred to earlier, right?
Yeah.
So Chris, since this game has like since this game lets you influence certain things, there's a part
definitely
like
force me.
if you when you're playing as their
I
brother,
guess.
if you find a certain thing
Ooh.
before you run into his sister, she'll notice that you're her brother, and instead of snapping your neck, take you away with her. And then you end up like flashing forward a few months, and then he's a Wendigo now because he was trapped down there, and then he was forced to eat someone else, and then now he is a Wendigo.
He wasn't forced to do anything. That nigga was crazy.
Wasn't it a Wendigo you have to?
You have to eat someone.
Well, you have to purposely eat someone. Though they can't force you.
Well, no. He was trapped down there because
Well,
his
yeah.
sister left him.
I was like, I'm pretty, if someone shoves like a person down your throat, you don't change. But they
Yes.
pretty much left them in a room with a dead body. It was like you could either die or live.
Yeah, it was like a Native American because that's what the construction site that they were buried under was built on a Native
American land.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
only-
so that's why the land itself was.
And
cursed.
anybody knows about that type of rule, you don't fuck with Native Americans, even after
That's
that.
where the Wendigo thing.
I don't know, they did it for 300 years. It worked out fine for some people.
Because like there's different.
Even Native Americans.
They're still here, so it's fine.
Do you know anything about Until Dawn at all? So when it was made, it was supposed to be basically
Yeah, I
what
missed
if you
much.
could play as a horror movie, like play in a horror movie. And so like they throw in different tropes of
What if
different
Resident
horror.
Evil wasn't a game?
So like there's a serial killer aspect, like there's a psychological thriller aspect, there's the supernatural aspect.
It's a video
It's
game.
teenagers having sex.
That's
Bitch gets yeeted
Do I
through a
come in
window.
and
oh, and that's the thing too. there's interrelation. Like,
Nah, because you're the people fucking. Someone else is
Oh,
gonna
you know
come
what
in
even
and.
makes it even better, Chris?
Sometimes.
Hey, so while I'm fucking, I'm getting fucked.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say.
you play as each character and you build a relationship.
Boy.
No. It involves a streamer you don't want that actually just.
PewDiePie.
Chris,
PewDiePie?
No, it's just a
PewDiePie.
person, you know.
there's certain
Say
things.
PewDiePie or PewDiePie?
Chris,
Both.
there's certain things that you do.
What
in
a
the game.
fucking name.
Fucking
There's certain things that you do in the game, and it builds your relationship between each character. And if your relationship between another character is bad at certain points, you can lose a character. They will die.
So Fire Emblem.
Like there's a
It moves forever.
well,
Shit, it sounds like Catherine when you're trying to save one of them randoms.
no, because like
Those goats.
Oh,
those sheep.
Nico!
yeah,
So-
the goats.
so there's two characters in this game who like each other, but they don't tell each other that, and they get
I
put
guess she
in,
was right.
they get put into a situation where there's a gun on the table, and the
Bing-bong.
serial killer is like, one of you has to kill the other one. He's like, I'll
Yo, when you said that, it reminded me of a card game. I'll tell you about it when you're done.
So he's like, okay, I'll kill myself, and she's like, no, don't do it, shoot me. You
No, don't
you
do it.
you deserve to live over at both of us. And then he's like, so you can either shoot her or shoot you. If you try to shoot her,
You don't have to shoot.
oh, I guess that's too. But so inside the gun, it's a blank. I picked up the gun and shot myself. You don't know it's a blank until that you do that. But if you pick it up and try and shoot her, there comes a part where you're being chased by a window to the door, and the door is locked, and she's the only one that unlocked the door. And then while you're at the door, she'll have a flashback to the moment where you chose to shoot her, and she'll leave you there to die. Even though she said shoot her.
Makes sense.
But if you
Whoa, wait, that didn't make sense. Hold up.
Rewind.
Wait,
Take it back now,
as
y'all.
soon as you said
One hop
rewind
this
to the part where you try to shoot her, and then I was like, that makes sense.
But
Even
in
though
the
you
game-
chose to shoot her,
in the
even
game,
though
there are
you
these,
said
there are
shoot
these
her.
totems that you can find. They give you a little hint on what to do for the best ending.
but still, like in the moment, if she says shoot
Oh,
her,
they like cryptic messages?
yeah, but that's like
They're not cryptic. They literally show you what happens.
but it's like it's for you, not for your in-story character. It's for you.
I thought it would be like,
Like you see people
do for others before you do for yourself or
Like,
something.
it's
Like
literally
something
like-
cryptic like
They'll
that.
show like the gun, and it'll show shoot yourself, and then it'll show a look at the gun. He's not dead. Then even in that moment, it's like, okay, I'll just shoot myself because there's nothing in it.
but that's the thing.
But there is.
There's another thing.
That's not the same.
Like there's another,
That ain't the same. That's like giving the answer to the test.
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah, but that's
They don't even give you
but
like
that's
hints.
only if you
They're
find
just like answer.
they're
You just have
hidden.
to find it.
They're hidden throughout the game. That's the reason why.
Oh.
So you have to actually look for them.
They're not that well hidden. You like instead of like walking,
I beat that
instead
game
of
3
walking
times and
down
I
the
can't find
hall.
all of them yet. They're hidden. Like I'm just like frick. And if you pass a part, you can't go back and get to replay the entire chapter.
You gotta go through the whole chapter. He's like, oh, that person died.
No, the first
Ah,
time.
frick.
No, I made it through the entire game.
What the frick?
The first time I only person I lost was the last girl because I flipped the switch too early. Like I made it all the way to the end with everybody but the last character, the main character. But anyway, there's another part in the game was like you're being chased by the windows in the house, and there's this Asian girl who's like this snotty Asian girl who hates everyone because she's like I'm better than you. If your
Who's
relationship,
having sex with 2 dudes?
yeah, if your relationship with her isn't good, like even when you're being chased, she'll just like shove you towards the window. Like you don't die, but it's just like I could have died. Like that character could have died because of your pettiness. But she also has the most ways that she can die. Like it's really freaking hard to keep her alive.
She's a bitch.
Cause she gets bit by a Wendigo, and then at this point they're like, is she gonna turn into one too? Cause she got bit. Does it work like that? We don't know that. And then when you're being chased by the Wendigo, there's like multiple sections where you can just fall and die, or you get caught. Like you could fall into wood grinder. Like
A wood chipper?
yeah, that thing. I was thinking of meat grinder, but then with the wood.
Same shit. You don't live after going through it.
But
Yeah, that sounds right.
But yeah, no, like in the entire game, she has the most ways that she could, because they made her a character that you want to see her die, but if you want the trophy of keeping everyone alive, you have to keep her alive.
And you need to work your dick up.
Basically,
You just gotta not
what
be
that
stupid.
just did, like even in the beginning of the game, there's one of the girls gets dragged away, and you have to chase her down. But like if you miss the quick time events,
What happened to the dice?
there wasn't any on there.
I know it was like not. Oh, wait, that's. Never mind.
You said I know.
I forgot we had to.
But no, there's a part, this blonde girl, like in the middle of you guys having, like about to have
Because I
sex,
thought.
Like in the middle of you guys about to have sex, she's just like, oh, there's people watching, and she goes to step outside and yell at them, and then gets dragged away, and then you as a dude is like, wait a minute, you chase her down, and there's like a whole bunch of quick time events. If you mess up too many quick time events, by the time you get to her,
It's not like you die.
you get a dead, yeah, you just run into a dead body. Like her.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
But if you do everything correct, you'll see her and then she'll fall down an elevator shaft. And she'll still be alive, like, by the end of the game. But, like, she's, like, the shortest person you play as. Because literally she's AFK for the entire game. And then when you do with the players, she's, like, the weakest one. Like, she's limping the entire game.
So, the thing I was talking about with the card game, it's like,
Too old for this
you
thing.
hand out, like, cards from Ace.
I was wondering when you're gonna go to idle animation, nigga.
You could probably play with, like, multiple people.
Shut up.
Like, the Ace is, I'm pretty sure it's, like, Ace, Joker, and then the rest are number cards. The Ace is the, killer. No, the Ace is the cop, and Joker's the killer. So what you do is you hand out the cards to everybody. The person with the Joker card is supposed to kill people. You have to kill them by looking at them and winking.
Okay.
He said, oh, okay.
So, like, that's how you kill people, and the goal is to kill
fun.
as many people without the cop catching.
So when you look at people, they die.
Yeah, they basically have to flip their card over and say,
But
I was...
if the cop sees it,
Yeah, like, the cop is supposed to deduce, like they say, I think you're the killer, and then they show their fucking badge. And if they're wrong...
Who did you kill the cop though?
No, you can't. You can't
So
kill the
you
cop.
know who the cop is beforehand.
No, you don't.
So then,
You're like, taking guesses.
I love that part where like, that nigga winked at me!
No, you can't do that. Like, there's
rules.
You're dead.
rules. Like, there's an honor code to
Because
this.
apparently
Like-
serial killers can't kill cops.
Well, I mean, like,
Game.
you try to shoot the cop got a fucking bulletproof vest, and you're like,
why are you shooting at his chest?
word?
You shoot him again.
Yeah.
Shoot him in the head. You shoot him in the eyes.
Well, the way the game is played,
I get you. I'm joking.
Listen, if you're a serial killer,
No,
you
the
just
game's
shoot people
played.
to kill them, you're the most, like, you're the worst
You're so-
person for
no, you're
serial
just
killer.
boring.
Do this shit like, you know, interesting, like kidnap them and like skin them alive and send their skin somewhere. Make that shit look awesome.
You force feed them jelly beans.
Oh,
Yeah,
you kill them,
exactly.
skin them, where's the skin, nigga? You're them now.
Have like the coroner be like,
When
when you were
his,
talking
lungs
about
are,
that,
his lungs are
I
filled
was
with
thinking of that
jelly
game
beans.
because I played it.
There's a scene in it. There's like a part in the game where there's like a bear trap, but you don't know it's a bear trap, and like you could decide. There's like an arm you could ignore it completely, but if you grab it, the bear trap clamps on you, and you can either use this machete that you found to free yourself, but then you lose your machete, or you
How do you lose the shit?
because it breaks off in the bear trap,
It's a rusty machete.
or you just chop your finger off.
Wait, your fingers in the bear trap?
Yeah, your fingers in the bear trap, and you have to decide whether or not to use the machete to latch yourself out, but then you.
That reminds me of Jack in the Box when you have to choose to cut off which finger, and then once you cut off that finger, you can't pick that in.
Or you can just ignore it and keep all
you
your fingers.
could ignore the bear trap, but like playing through the first time, like you're looking for collectibles and everything, so you're grabbing and clicking on everything, and you see a hand just going back and forth. You're like, what the fuck is this? You try and grab it, and then now your hand's in there, and it's like, I got punished for playing the game. Fake.
I don't know about punished for playing the game. I think you got punished for being too greedy.
That why give me an option to click it? How am I to know? Like anytime you're in a dangerous situation, they give you quick time events. You know what I'm saying? Up until that point, anytime there's a dangerous option, they'll put you in a quick time event.
Yo, Tony, you know what I'm thinking right now?
Like,
Here, president.
how? There's a hand there. I'm like,
You wanted to touch something.
is this a collectible? Because like I'm trying to 100% the game. I'm grabbing collectibles.
Just wanted to collect that hand?
I don't know what it does. Is it a key? Is there something underneath there? I found out there's a bear trap under there. I got my fingers caught. I lost my.
$25 gift card.
Hey,
to
yo,
Costco.
you reaching.
Exactly. I was reaching and lost my fingers.
You got too greedy.
What else? There's a scene. Fake.
You got too greedy.
Another thing Wendigos could do is they can mimic voices.
Yes.
I lost a character because of that. Like,
That's cheated.
because like it's like one of the characters gets lost and
That's actually black magic.
the path splits, and you can either walk down one where everyone is at and you meet up with them, and then there's this other side where there's this box. Like it's not a box, it's like a door, and it's like, oh, I heard this person over here. Let me go check this out, and then you check it out, and then out comes a Wendigo, and now you're dead.
Yo, this is This is anime called.
I'm
I'm sure the character's probably name is Amanda.
Is it the blonde one or the?
A lot happened right there. That
I don't
I know it's the brunette. I know it's the brunette.
So what
one.
anime?
Yeah, the
And I know.
Nah, I was like
it's
probably when they
black.
was talking.
And I know that if she goes in there and she opens it, a window pops out and cuts off her head.
Yes.
Yeah, trapdoor.
Slap.
I was so the only reason that I fell for that is because I was playing the game when it first came out. I was playing like streaming it like straight through midnight release.
What the fuck is this last one?
I was tired by the time I got to that part because I think I was playing on 8 or 9 hours straight after picking it up at midnight. And you know, smart me would have been like, frick,
Smart me.
why this thing beating on the I was like, let her out. Oh, frick, dead. Go back. Go. Oh, there's no going back. Frick.
Now I'm back to the.
No, that's when you dashboard right away.
I got my neck sliced. I was like, I was doing so well.
You
Yo.
got caught up.
There's this anime
I'm so
called
tired.
Made in Abyss.
'Cause I
And
think
there's this
at that
weird
point, I
fucking
think I
monster that made me laugh my ass off. It's like
Is
it
the
eats
little
people.
girl?
Nah, it eats people. It's like this weird bird thing. It has like a
I
weird
worked inside
snake
Yeah,
and I picked up the
things.
game.
And according,
Yeah,
Play-
it
I
kind of
streamed
mimics
that
the
thing.
last
It
thing
can-
you
all
said
the way
when
to
you
completion.
died.
it mimics
Nobody-
people's voices,
And
so
I
it
lost
cries
it
for
after that.
help. That way people can try to go help it,
I was
and then
blindly
it kills
playing
and eats
through,
it.
And I was keeping everybody alive.
And it rinses and repeats until it's out of people.
Like, it's a good game to play.
Then it goes to
It's
the
just a
place.
game that takes some type of patience.
Yo, what's season 2
Because
coming
we
out?
rush
That
through,
shit's old
and,
too.
you misclick too many times. You just
Because they made the
stay dead
movies.
the entire game.
And by movies, I mean they retold the fucking story again.
I do remember looking at season
Oh, yeah, you
2
can
without
shoot
it confirmed
the
but
Asian
it
girl.
works.
Yo, it's season 2 of Second Brotherfucker.
Stupid.
Brother, fucker.
Kill yourself.
That is lit, dog.
Because I told you,
Is it anime
they
called
find out that
No, it's not.
they're
Demon
like, wait a
Slayer.
minute,
No,
you're infected now.
that's Sister
Stay in the
Fucker.
corner. I don't know what you got.
Whatever.
Basically, coronavirus before it was a thing.
It's irregular at Magic High
And the
School.
man's
Oh, I
still
seen
not
that.
done. He's like,
I call it brotherfucker because the sister wants to
So-
fucking, but the brother doesn't want
and you
it.
decide not to shoot her.
That man's
and
got
you
no
shoot her,
emotion.
And then you find out like
That man's only emotion is
10 minutes
protect
later,
thine
oh,
sister,
It's not
nigga.
contagious.
No, he's protect thine sister and like,
He's like,
look at
oh,
you think you're cool.
Frank, I killed her for no reason. Whoops.
Dead.
Whoops.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
fucking
a
retarded.
total badass. The best things I can do.
That man snapped in that dude's ear and shattered both their
She
eardrums.
tries to make everything your fault, and then she tries to cheat on your. She tries to cheat on the boyfriend by like
Me too.
flirting with her ex-boyfriend, and then he sees it and calls her out on it, and then she gets petty. She's
I'm
like,
just
"Why are
waiting
you
for
being so
season 2,
jealous?"
no game, no life.
He's like,
That's the epitome of
What?
brother sister.
So then you shot her again.
because she's dating.
I don't
this
think
guy,
they're fucking.
And he's basically like,
Them two.
I'm not
I don't
trying
think they're
to be
fucking. I honestly don't think the main character isn't into it.
And then if you call
Even
her
the
out,
little sister
she's
isn't
like,
into it. I
okay,
think they just
no,
love each
if you
other.
don't- If you
They love
don't
video
defend her,
games.
she's like, "Oh, you're."
Like, when I think of stupid shit like fucking Kimetsu no Yaiba, obviously they're gonna be fucking. Like, they look like they're gonna be fucking, dog.
4.0 GPO. Whatever. Yes, GPO.
GPA.
No, I heard what you said.
That's the rule
GPO.
34 we're talking about.
She's annoying. She don't deserve the A.
Block rule 34 from your computer right now.
They
I
can't.
know, based on average, like I know.
It's a tab.
What's the old tab?
Yo, real.
I know. Every time you open it, I see it.
It's a tab though.
I
I just
know.
got Route 34 saved.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, no, that's one of her things. Is like 4.0 GPA. Da da da. I'm the smartest person in the room. Type thing.
Fun fact: 4.0 GTA.
Plus their stepsiblings. I'm still not okay with it because I feel like they don't like they ain't gonna do shit. Dog.
Classwork. This is it.
But anyway, dang, I haven't played that game in years. I think I'll let Jen borrow it.
I think it's gonna live and die a virgin, dog.
Who?
That fucking the main dude from No Game No Life.
You don't care about sex.
He really doesn't.
That
Nigga.
nigga's a
He
neat.
lives in a world where everything is decided by a game, and he never loses. He's good. And he's got a goddess as his bitch.
You fucking
If he really wanted sex, he would have been at it.
Right? That's why I don't
Play the
think
game for
like
you.
people are like, yo, this dude's gonna fuck his sister. Like, nah, he doesn't even want he doesn't even want actual sex. The fuck is he going for incest sex for?
with each other. Like whenever someone thinks of a ghetto person, they think of black person because of these type of people. Like
To go
don't
up in the
get me
GameStop.
wrong, anyone can be ghetto, But there's a reason why a ghetto black female comes to mind, and that's because they
I think Spanish people.
them too. But what I'm saying is, they perpetuate the stereotype.
I'm sorry, I duct tape my book bag, nigga.
No,
You ain't trusting me, right?
not that kind, like aggressive ghetto. Like
Like the kind
I think the bitch is yelling in the
people
morning.
coming to GameStop and telling me, "Hey, I'll meet you outside at 6 p.m. when you get off." Cool, I'll meet you there, and then don't show up.
no.
They said I waited 10 minutes outside. Nobody ran the fade.
Yeah.
Did I tell you, what was this? When Call of Duty Black Ops 3 came out, some dude came out to buy it for PS4. And he came to buy it for PS3, and on the case, in like 5 different places, it tells you if you get it for PS3, it's online only, it's only
No story
multiplayer.
modes. Yep.
Dude gets it.
That day.
Dude comes back.
That's not familiar.
Dude comes back with his nephew. He's like, I gotta return this because it doesn't have the story. I was like, well, it says it on the cover. He's like, well, I didn't see it.
it legit says multiplayer only.
It's open too. It's like you didn't realize that before you ripped the plastic off.
Nah, little man just wants
Play
to
scene from Boondocks. Read, nigga, read!
But no, so this man
When
is
you're playing with the Sony and he's doing things, he's like,
anyway. So man's just like, oh, so I'm gonna return this and you're gonna give me money back. And he slides it on the counter. I'm like,
Yup.
no,
Sign
I'm
that shit
not.
back, yup.
Like he's like, all right,
Nope.
so you really gonna do this in front of my nephew? I'm like, do what? I'm just telling you, the rules are on the receipt. You open the game, I can't do anything for you. You gotta sell it, and you probably only get like $20 for it. He's like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, I'll see you outside. I'm like, all right.
You're like, take her outside, how about that?
He's like, what time do you leave? I'm like, well, we close at 8, but I leave at 9, so I'll be outside at 9. I hope I don't see you at 9. And then 9 comes, I go outside. Erica in general, like, we should leave with the keys in between your fingers. I'm like, he ain't gonna do nothing. I come outside, no one's there.
Erica and Jenna are all worried for your safety.
Bring your nephew. I'll whip his ass.
I want to know if like you left at 9. And he was like in a corner, like in between like a car. You're like, do we really go outside?
He actually closed the store!
Oh my god! I think Dexter, Devon was there for that.
No, fuck you. Fuck that. Nah, that story, pause. You live in Dexter's house. Move out of my drawer.
What Jordan?
oh, you didn't know?
He said, move out of my drawer.
I'm sorry.
Yo,
Yo, you didn't know?
Oh, illegal, man.
I gotta rearrange things.
Throw that shit outside.
I'm about to.
This man said, ooh.
What does it do against you?
I'm gonna throw the cards away and keep the boxes.
What are you losing here?
Yo,
Space.
let me get the sleeve.
Are you?
Listen, that's his
That's his
spank. That's his
nigga.
spank bank. If you're taking it out,
Anyway,
so you gotta put 1.4 in there.
Fucking thing is.
Give me the sleeve.
Anyway.
nigga, that's all.
Devon, you were there that day when some dude came in with 2 PS3s, but it was just the PS3s.
And there was cocaine in it, right?
Like, it was just
No, that's me.
No, it was
fucking
the
PS3.
first
Okay.
PS3. This nigga just had the PS3.
and he had 2 of them, just the bricks. And I was trying to go, I was trying to leave. Just no cables, no remotes, just the bricks. And I'm trying to
First
go home.
PS3. This nigga's over trying to sell it for money. I'm like,
That's what Dexter had came in, and he was like, oh, I'm passing the area. I could drive you home if you want. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm trying to rush and leave. So I'm telling Devon like what he needs to know before I leave and whatnot. And dude comes in and tries to sell this, and he's giving them an attitude and whatnot. And then I was like, listen, dude, like you can't you can't sell them because the amount you get for it wouldn't be worth it because you're losing out for the remote. The
no, I think
cables, all
at that
stuff.
point in time, it wasn't even worth anything.
They pretty much pay you to take it.
Yeah, it's because like buying one remote basically takes away anything you get for both the systems. Let alone you can't even sell both the systems because it's the exact same model. So we can't do anything. And then he starts going off about how it make no sense and whatnot. I was like, well, that's a business 101. Like you aren't gonna do something that makes it so that we lose money. He's like,
Sonny put that shit outside next to the trash. That shit had me in tears.
that's so.
He's like, your system's garbage. I'm gonna put it outside with the garbage. I was like,
I said.
I'm like, let me put these games on the wall, though. It's not about to get killed. I'm just gonna sit here and
Because
watch.
dude's going
Now
back.
you're gonna leave and the dude's gonna be in between the cars like, you really went outside.
He was going back and forth with me. I'm like, I'm trying to go home. I'm like, listen, it's simple business 101. He's like, oh, you go to school for business? I'm like, no, but I don't have to go to school for business to know business 101.
Yeah,
I don't want to lose
you go
money.
to school for business. Like, nigga, you go to school for business? Because you acting like a real fucking idiot right now.
And so, like, he's going back and forth with me. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm going to put these outside next to your house. Go home. And then I left. And I put them next to the trash. And then I walked away.
I was like, this nigga come back inside. I'm just gonna stab him. I'm not even gonna say nothing to him.
And then
I don't got time for that shit.
like a whole bunch of things used to happen. Like there was that one time that dude tried to fight me. He's like, I'm ready to die right now, and I was like, go die outside.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, this nigga punched the fucking sign. I'm like,
not that fucking serious.
It was because Aaron was in line. No, Aaron.
These niggas out here are entitled as shit. You gonna do what I say? Nigga, you think so?
It's because you know the area like where the brackets is, like in between things. Like he was trying to stand there as if that was the line, but the line says line over here, and so Aaron's standing there, and dude's like, "Oh, aren't I next?" And then Aaron's like, "The line's actually over there." He's not even working. He's just waiting for me to leave. And he's like, "Did I ask you?" I was like, "Well, he's not wrong. The line's down over there."
He just flipped. I'm like, oh.
And then he's going off. And
I'm over here trying to do a trade with this man. He's over here freaking the fuck out. Like, this nigga, this nigga about a final explosion. This whole GameStop right now.
I'm glad I don't work there, nigga.
No, and then dude, like,
not even because like these people are bad. I feel like I'm bad.
Dude,
No, not that. It's like I remember that one time I worked with Hassani, and like Hassani like said something, and like I wasn't angry at him, but I was like looking at the customer like, yo, this guy needs help. He's like, what guy? And I literally said the sentence, quote unquote, this nigga right here. And that's a no-no.
No, I remember I called one dude
and then they were appalled. They were like,
I called one dude, but it was literally 2 minutes before we closed. He came with a PS4, Xbox One, and a PS3 to sell. He's like, yeah, we can't take this right now. It takes at least, 10, 15 minutes to take the system. He's like, well, I came here on time, so you're going to take this. I'm like, all right, now you got to come within a certain time. I can let you know how much we're getting for it. And he had like 30 games for each. He's like, you're taking this right now. No, I'm not. It's like, right now, we're closed. I'm not taking this right now. You got to show up at a certain time. Kept going. At that point, I was like, nigga, get the fuck out. He's like, you just call me a nigga? I'm like, yes, I'm going to call you a nigger next. Get the fuck out of my store. Like, what's your boss's name? He's like, my boss is nigger. Get the fuck out the store. That's what my boss's name is.
He's like, I'm the boss, nigga.
I'm gonna call your boss. I'm like, yeah, you and your broke ass flip phone. Get the fuck out of my store. Or take your shit and sell them at the yourself.
I couldn't deal with that because someone called saying they had like a PS4 and like 30 games or whatever to trade in, and I was like, oh, sorry, we closed in like 2 minutes, so we wouldn't be able to do that, but you can come back tomorrow and do that. And then I hung up. A minute later, I get a call from Brian. I was told that you hung up, like you told someone that they can't come in. He's like, if someone comes in at 7:59, doesn't matter what they're doing, you have to help them. I was like,
fuck that shit. No. Fuck that shit.
See, that's why what I do, when it was the last 30 minutes of us closing, I don't answer that damn phone.
It was a secret caller, that's why.
Oh, see?
Like, that's the only way that he was able to
you avoid secret callers?
Can't find this last
battery
fucking node.
Like,
I know most of the time down at that store, that battery is not on his phone.
They also hated us too, because one of the, was it Brian's boss at the time, the regional manager? He came in.
You know, it's wild surprised that if I were to say, are you sure you want to deliver? This is not the
He came in, and Jen tried helping him. I was on break, but
we just want you to spend your money.
someone called and was asking for the schedule. So I was looking at the schedule, but I was like on the side of the thing or whatever. And so dude's Jen's like trying to help him. She's like, "Oh, do you need help with anything?" He just straight up ignored her. And then some dude came in asking for headphones, and she's like, "Oh, I actually don't. We don't have any more headphones right now, but I would suggest trying to go like to Target or something because it's closed."
Yeah.
So, like the next hour, we get a report saying, "Oh, the regional manager came in and you guys performed horribly. You told a customer to go to another store.
To go to our competitor's store. Yeah.
It's like, I'm just trying to help the person.
Someone was on their cell phone in the back the entire time. It was like, I was saying, like, I'm trying to give workers what time they're supposed to come in. So I don't know what you want from. Like, he was just going off, and then when we explained all that to Brian. He never relayed any of that to the regional manager, so this made us look like we were just bad.
No, Brian be fake as fuck. Like, Brian will tell you to set up a store a certain way, and then when the regional manager comes in, it's like, this isn't the layout we gave you. Brian will look at you and be like, yeah, it's not the layout they gave you.
It's like, I want to punch him in his freaking
midst. Brian used to be brown nosing the fuck out of us.
Yeah, and Gene did the same thing. That's why I hated Gene. I want to kick him in his throat, too.
Gene was cool.
Nah, frick Gene.
You're only mad at Gene because he got manager.
No, I'm mad at Gene because he used to.
You're mad at Gene because he got manager and you didn't.
I'm mad at Gene because he used to brown nose extra heavy. Like, this man calls me from Vegas. Did you do this? Oh, Brian, do you hear that they're doing it? Frick off! Stay over in Vegas. I can take care of this store like I was the whole 2 months before you were here.
No, that shit, that I can say, like, from, like, managers in conference, like, they actually be telling people at conference to call your stores and check.
I was at conference. They be telling us, so your store's doing really bad. What's the deal? How the fuck am I supposed to know? I'm here.
Right.
You should call them.
I'm not.
No, you fucking call them.
But no, like at conference, they stay have a manager check up on their stores. But yeah.
Well, aside from that, Gina was always calling Brian for every little thing to report on us. That I really did not appreciate that. It's like I really hated him. I would help. Like, listen, I'm doing my job to the best of my ability. I'm basically teaching you how to do my job. Why the frick are you brown nosing trying to get me gone? Like it felt like he was like I know he was nice as a person, but like as a worker he was annoying. Like he would be like, oh, I'm at 100% on all these. I ain't touching the rest for the rest of the day. You guys can handle this. And then all our numbers drop. And then when I complain,
like me.
it's too like I forgot who it was, but they kept putting games with CDs on the wall. And I don't want to freaking smack. It was like,
I mean, I'm ordering my food here. I will order my burgers.
I don't know,
one of the bitches Wes hired.
I want to drive to get your food.
His girlfriend Stephanie also did that before too. I hate. So listen, Stephanie was a nice person. I hated her.
Thank you.
I hated her as a worker.
I ain't going
She was super good.
Who was the one down there that called the customer?
You'll be fine. Niggas, I'm on that hill going to
and it was
the train
a secret
station
customer.
and hopping on that.
I know there was a woman down there that got fired. I think it was the ASL down there at the time. We called the customer a fucking nigger.
We weren't there with the female ASL.
I don't know. I think they just started. They called a customer a fucking nigger.
Oh, it was probably with whoever. It was probably with whoever after you.
I ain't had no female ASL. I thought I never had a female ASL.
So it was before I got there because we never. I was ASL and before me was Aaron.
Because I know when I was applying there, so the previous ASL was calling him an effing N-word. It was like. It was like, was she black? I was like, no.
Hold on, I can probably still find reviews about me and Aaron on here too.
Reviews?
Yeah, some girl basically.
Someone was Joey sent.
No, she tried to say that.
Someone gave a bad review to Mitch. That shit was hilarious.
She said that me and Aaron need to have sex with someone because something like she was pissy.
That's
she was
funny.
pissy.
Like, damn, bitch, if you offer it.
Like, you need to go fuck each other.
Those niggas need to have a hard night.
GameStop Field Corner reviews.
So I'm pretty sure that's full of flying colors.
All Joey.
Yep.
Hey Tyler.
No, he always starts. Hello, I went into GameStop 068. It's like Joey. You don't gotta do all that.
My trip.
Isn't Joey the
Yup.
The handicap nigga.
That's what I thought. And then when you said Joe, I'm like, why does this sound like a regular? Because every time I go down, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, Joey is in there.
Asking
for like
the same,
2 hours at the register.
Asking the same
just for
6
them to
questions.
say
It's great
it doesn't
because-
come out for the next 2 weeks.
Joey comes up to like he won't speak to anyone else unless
like
it's
two
like a
people.
specific person. If you give him like a specific answer
You have to
and a
prove that you know what
reason,
you're doing.
then he'll go to you and only like I remember I went on break, go in the back. I see Joey come in. He's like, "Is Tyler here?" He's like, "Yeah, he's on his break." Okay, I'll wait. Like Joey. It's like,
In the back.
I'm sitting there looking at the camera, watching him. I'm like, and he's just chilling. I come out. The second I come to the fucking bed,
Hi Tyler.
hi. Did anything come out for me? It's like, yes, I'm right here. Oh, okay. I'm like, why don't you talk to him? He's like, I was waiting for you. Why?
Why?
I like you.
Why, Joey? Even same questions. I got the same answers for.
What you
I found the Mitchell one. Get rid of lazy, sexist Mitchell. His behavior can start fights. Scronky, lanky, pale guy with dark brown shoulder, Hank layer back.
I'm like,
no
yo,
name tag.
Mitch is like the chillest white boy I've ever dealt with in my
Sexually harassing and
entire life.
overcharging every female customer.
Sexually harassing?
And overcharging.
With and without boyfriend present in the store, overheard assault female
I remember
customer.
one time, I think it was Mitch came.
Had a call-in boyfriend to get better service.
Try to sell something.
I think my favorite part is with or without boyfriend. That boy wild.
Another had to leave and come back with boyfriend to not get harassed. Kudos to the girl that had to babysit Mitchell. She deserves a raise.
Wait, you talking about the pudgy Hispanic one?
Stephanie, probably.
Nah, Mitchell's the
Yeah, she was the only girl
The
working
girl
at
wanted
the
to babysit. I'm like,
And
that's a
so that's the thing. It's like she can switch between being professional to being the most ghetto.
being the most ghetto motherfucker.
She dated Wes for 8 years.
Yeah, and
What'd you expect?
Listen, they're both annoying.
Nah, listen, she
Wes-
did the one
This nigga didn't close the door.
Ghetto as fuck.
And Wes would always apparently downtalk.
She heard you.
Good.
Wes would always downtalk me. That's why I never was able to work at games. Like he could have fixed everything if he gave me like any type of
Told
work.
you how to do it?
No, if
Right.
he told other people that he's actually a good worker. Like He just didn't like me. Like he only
No, but I think
like Jen and Eric.
Wes wasn't a good worker.
Sounds like
Wes
he
did
likes
nothing.
Yes. He was lazy. He was constantly talking about, "Oh, I'm gonna quit," blah 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 blah. And this is like, okay, do that, but like, I'm trying to work here. Put in a good word for me so I can get a job somewhere else. Like I'm trying to, not.
I'm trying to leave, bitch. I did my time. I want to go.
Like it's like the only reason I got fired is because of bad district manager. District manager gone. Just told them, hey, I worked with them. Nah, I don't like you. He's like, oh, I believe that if you're working with people, you can't be friends.
Wait.
So that's what he felt that because me and Aaron's and like all of us were friends. He was like, we have horrible work ethic. We shouldn't have been working there as long as we should were. And I was like, that's stupid.
No, but like Brian did actually have it out for us, honestly. That honestly, the whole team.
Well, you're right. It was because of the coupon thing. You guys know about that.
$1
He
million
might get his
fucking
that.
discount.
It's like the customers could do it, and I'm a customer. Like, there's no rule against it.
I just want something to lean on.
Free pizza.
You remember?
Come again?
Everyone looked up.
I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm hungry.
No, the coupon thing. Do you guys saw people coming with coupons?
Not as much, no.
So that was the biggest reason why Brian wanted me gone. Because of the coupon thing.
Y'all exploited the fuck out of that system. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's no rule against it. Like,
That was in
if I can get something for cheaper without my discount, why would I not do that?
I'd be straight telling people, nah, I can only use
Fucking
one
pervert.
coupon.
But that's a lie.
Yeah.
He's like, I get to fuck things up.
But
And
me
you're
working
not.
there, so that's the reason.
So yeah, yo, I got this money deal for all these coupons. And I get fired? Stealing.
I saved like $800 worth on coupons, and they're like,
What's the best coupon?
"Are you stealing
Free.
people's coupons from their cars?" I was like,
Five
"No,
fingers.
I'm buying them online from eBay. Like, do you want me to pull up my receipts?" They're like, "No."
I'm getting real.
And then they had me
coupons.
leave, and it was like, so technically, there's no rule for that. So you're not gonna get in trouble, but stop doing it.
Or what?
Yeah, I'm about to say, or what?
Like, just don't do it again because she's like, they're like, technically, you don't know where the coupon's coming from. They're taking the points from other people's cards.
Well, I mean,
and
someone
turning
paid
to
for it,
coupon.
so I mean.
And I was like,
That's called equivalent exchange. Someone paid for it, I paid for that.
it was like, I'm trying to save. Like, I got Doom for like I think $10. Like Doom the collector's edition. It was like, work. That was the last thing I bought. Like literally right before they came to interview me with the human
Right before he
resources.
started stealing everything.
No, Thomas. Right before they came to interview
No,
me.
he was stealing stuff after they fired him.
Okay.
He'd be like, hey, Devon, don't mind me. I'm like, here we go.
Let's not do the thing where we just assume things. Again, what I was saying is, when they call
Assume?
no, what you're assuming is what I was going to say. That's what's being assumed here.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, they told me Brian and the human resource person wanted to speak to me. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me buy something real quick. I was like, I know they're going to talk to me about these coupons. So I pulled up my coupons. I was like, I got like 5 coupons left. We'll use them right now. I used them, bought Doom, and then.
Spike.
Yeah. I was like, they're gonna tell me. I know they're gonna tell me not to use it anymore. So let me use the rest of them because like I spent money on. And it was like, let's say $50 for $120 worth of coupons. Like you better believe I'm using those coupons. I think the only stipulation was you can't use like the same type of coupon.
Sound on
So
Right.
10.